recorded this computer. I'm Amber, like you saved my life right then. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's why this is a team. It's a team. So my husband is a football coach, and of course we do our recruiting now online. So he had to do his first like Zoom recruiting day last Saturday. So he came home, he's like, okay, so I think we should play music. I'm like, if I have taught you nothing over these past 27 years, at least I have taught you that. I have taught you that you're going to need to open it up and play music. And I'm like, now when you're done, you're going to need to slowly fade that out and then start talking. Don't just hit stop. He's like, what? This is a lot. This is a lot. I'm like, I know, but at least I've taught you one thing. So it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. If I can find the right screen, you know, that's always a thing. Okay, let's go here. And then when we go here, I don't want to go there yet. I want to go here because like I have it set up so it'll like animate, but we'll see. Tell me if you can see this. Can you see this? Okay, cool. I'm going to go into presenter mode. This is really big. It's really big. I'm going into this presenter mode so that hopefully we can animate it. And I want to hold, please. Proving once again, you don't really have to know how to run these things to build a business, just so you know. I just want to get into presenter mode so that I can, maybe this will be it. Oh, wow. How's that? Is that good? Is that nice and big? Did it change it at all for you or just me? Oh, just me. Okay, cool. I don't want you to see all of that yet. Well, here we go. The best laid plans, right? Hold on. Because I wanted to like animate because I made it animate. I was so proud of myself that I made it do that. I want to show it to you. Oh, did we just stop sharing? No, sharing is paused. Bring my window to the front. Y'all.
On the top right, next to the share button, it says present.
Okay, hold on. It like totally took away my, my share. Okay, we're just starting again. We're just starting again because sometimes that's what we do. Sometimes we just need to start again. Share screen. Okay, here's what I want, but I don't want you to quite see that yet. The problem is the strip of all y'all is in my way. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have to move you guys so I can see you. So there. Okay, see, that's what I needed to do. We figured out along the way. Okay, so here's where we are today. So can everyone see this? If you can't, I can't help you anymore. I don't know what to do. Okay, good. Amber's going to keep me on track, and I got lots of you that are going to keep me on track. Okay, I'm also going to open up the chat just in case. Now what do I do? This? Okay, yes. Here's where we are. Come in. Do it. Do the thing. Yes. Here's where we're starting today in the chat. This is where we start. I know, I'm telling you, this is a business of figuring stuff out. Okay, so here's where we're starting this. And I've got my chat open because I want to be able to see your answers. That's the point. What is one area that you've tweaked, you've adjusted, you've grown in, you've done more of, you've done less of since September 1st? Because we are on September 18th. So we're 18 days into the month. And the point of this business, of course, is that we're constantly growing, learning, changing. That's how we grow our business. We grow ourselves. So we're starting with what have you done since September 1st that is different now than it was maybe on August 1st? You know, what have we done the past 18 days? And then I want to go back and read some of these. Wow, you guys are awesome. Yes. Getting out of management mode, you're doing more coaching invites, you're getting organized, you're winning the day. Laurie, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I hope that's French, Laurie. I would love for you to expound on that a little bit. What is focus more on winning the day with simple actions? That is super vague. And if we're going to grow and learn from each other, we need to know what that means. Doing more tracking hopefully with the business activity tracker, increasing invites via video. Excellent. 6 a.m. Birdie, that's perfect. 6 a.m. power hours and additional power hour blocks. That's super specific. That is something that you're doing differently in the last 18 days. Change the way you talked about coaching, showing consistency with PD. Excellent, excellent. Okay, this is awesome. So now it's a simple yes or no. Is this this action that you're sharing in the chat, is this different than, let's say, something you were doing on August 18th? Because here we are on September 18th. Is it different? Oh, y'all, that's beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Because that's what we want. Otherwise, we're just showing up and again, we're, just throwing spaghetti at the wall like, oh, I hope something works. No, we're trying something different. Business of continuing to try. Excellent. Okay, I love it so much. Okay, next. Let me just press it again. Come on. Come on. Next. Next. There it is. Okay. This is, again, simple answers in the chat. What personal development are you doing? Programs, workouts are you doing? And flavor Shakeology? And are you sharing all these daily behaviors? So it's just quick one word, answers. Personal development. What program or workouts are you doing? What Shakeology are you doing? And are you sharing all this? Someone's reading year. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. I see not enough sharing. Y'all, come on. Not together, but you could put chocolate and pumpkin together. You could. I've heard it's amazing. Amazing. Oh, Paige, tell me about that book, because I have it. I just haven't read it, but I'm so interested in it. So Paige, I want you to tell me about that book. It's behind me on my shelf somewhere. I just haven't.
It is amazing.
It is. It's so good.
It's so good. It basically makes you feel like you need to unleash the queen that's within you. That's sort of how the whole basis of the story goes. And so, yeah, hallelujah to that, right?
Okay, will you please put the full title and the author in the chat so that people can grab it as they're looking? That's another beautiful thing about Power Hours, is sharing personal development. We get to learn from each other like this. So your assignment tomorrow, and I'm just giving it to you right now, one of your assignments for tomorrow or Sunday, but preferably tomorrow, is to take a picture of something that you are reading or listening to and get it on your Instagram stories. If you follow me regularly, you'll notice I'm almost always sharing something I'm listening to, because I listen to audio every morning when I'm getting ready. And if I'm reading it again later, I'm sharing something that I'm reading, but it's usually one or the other. So how about every person on this Power Hour tomorrow shares something about your personal development, whether it's a screenshot of what you're listening to or a passage from what you're reading, and then why it's resonating with you, and let people see that you're doing personal development on the daily. Are we in with that? Yes or yes? Yes or yes in the chat. There's only one answer available to you. Good, good, good. And then we're also going to work on, if this is only if you're not doing it on the regular, if you're not doing video on your Instagram stories on the regular, if you're just more doing pictures, you're going to work on sharing your daily behaviors via video. Okay, number 3, what meditation, affirmations, or gratitude and goals, what's your morning routine look like? So just give me, I know that takes a little bit more than one word, but give me a quick rundown. Like, what time are you getting up in the morning? You with the newborn, non-applicable, you're never going to sleep. But if you don't have a newborn, what time are you getting up in the morning, and what kind of, what's your morning routine look like? And is it serving you right now? Is it serving you right now? That is so, so, so important. Is it serving you right now? Because if you're waking up in the morning and you're feeling like when you wake up, you're already behind, that's on you, and you need to change that. You have to change that. I see a lot of 5s, 5:20s, 6, 4:30, 4:30 a.m., 4:45, 6:30, 4:30, 8:30. You must be maybe you're a third shifter, or you don't have children, or you're a nighttime essential worker or something like that. Yeah, night person. night person, no children. Yeah. So I had a roommate in college, and then we lived together when we got out of college, and we were both working our first jobs, and she was a med tech, and she worked that weird shift of like 3 to 11 or something. I'm like, it's so off. It's so off. Yeah. Listening to that. Okay. So again, one word answer. Here's your one word answer. Is this morning routine serving you and moving towards your goals? Moving you towards your goals? Ish. Then you know you're in control of that. So the knowing doing gap, how long will we let what we know and what we know we need to do go on before we close that gap? So, we have to figure it out. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So here's the deal, friends, before we kind of get into the worky part of it, and we're going to divide the worky part of it into segments, is if we're only looking for the red lights, that's what we're going to see. If we're only looking for the roadblocks, that's what we're going to see. If we're only looking for the reasons why we cannot build a ginormous business or a business that serves us, that creates what we want it to create, if we're only looking for those reasons why, then that is exactly what we will see. But if we are looking for every green light, and we are looking for every reason why, and we're looking at every single person out there who's creating success on their terms as reasons why we can, then we will. But if we are already looking at our morning routines, our personal development, our workouts, our what we need to grow, what we need to do, whatever, if we're only looking at the red lights in that, then that is all we're going to see. Period. That is just human nature. But if we are seeking the green lights, seeking the areas of opportunity, seeking the doors that are ready to open for us, because they are there. If we are seeking out every person that is creating success on their terms in this business and using them as inspiration for our own definition of success, that is what we will see. And here's the beautiful part about being a human on this planet and in this business. You get to decide what you see. You are in control of that, because your perception controls your direction. So what are you seeking out? What are you seeing? What are you perceiving? What story are you telling yourself with all of this? With what you've grown, what you've changed, what you've tweaked, what you're doing more of, what you're doing less of, what personal development you're doing, how your morning routine is serving you, how you're doing your meditations, your affirmations, all of that adds up to what you perceive your life to be. And if you're not loving it, your perception is your direction. You get to change it every day, period. So you get to decide, right, today can be your day one. The rest of everything that has happened in 2020, this weird, hard, strange year, necessary in a lot of ways and sucky in a lot, all of that is behind us now. This can be our day one, and we can use everything that has happened to inform how we move forward. That's why I'm asking you these questions. If we don't set ourselves up with the context, a power hour is just, why don't we just get on here and play some music and do whatever the heck you want to do, if we're not coming into this with some intent. So now you know where you are. Now you know where you want to go. You know this can be your day one, and you know you can seek out the green lights. So let's then get to work. Our actions will be as follows: inviting, following up, adding value to your current bod group, adding value to your current customers not in your group. We've talked about that before, like emails and newsletters, and then brainstorming video ideas. Why did I put that on there? Because I think not enough of you are doing video. I can say you and not me, because I freaking do video all the time. So it is, out of all the things that I'm not doing well, that is one thing that I'm doing, but I don't see enough coaches doing video that's bringing value. So that's why that's on there. But sometimes you just don't even know what to do. So that's why we will brainstorm some ideas together. But number one, let me look, it's 1:15. Okay. So for the next 15 minutes, from 1:15 to 1:30, the only thing we're doing is inviting. Please, for the love of all things, do not respond to anything. Do not get distracted. Do not go down a rabbit hole. You have 50. If you cannot hold your attention for 15 minutes, y'all, we got a bigger issue here. 15 minutes, we are inviting. Okay, that's what we're doing. Number one, inviting for 15 minutes. And we'll get to the others, and we will talk about, Annie will talk about number 5 a little bit later. But right now, for the next 15, all inviting. Cool. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to put it in the chat, because I know you all like that. And I'm going to stop my share. Are we good? Okay, get going. 15 minutes. Don't play. Okay, friends, how are we doing? Okay, so you have a choice right now for the next 10-minute block. You have a choice. You can either continue your inviting if you're like, I'm in the flow, or you can go back and start to follow up with people from August, July, June that haven't responded yet. That's your next 10-minute flow. Because we're still going to have time to do a little work in our bod groups and to mastermind some video ideas. So you decide your business. Simone, with the accent, you're on here. Simone, unmute yourself and let everyone just hear your accent just for a moment. Just say hello. I don't know what you need to say.
Hello. Well, I'm the girl that was easily suckered into going to get a bevy.
Yeah. Is it not the best? Like, I die. I want her just to talk all the time. It's so amazing. That's all. Sorry for the squirrel. 10 minutes inviting or following up. You choose. You know your business. You're your CEO. Megan Kirton. Megan, I'm going to say this with love. Everything I say with love. We know that. Your question is overthinking it. We're not that complicated. Are they a customer or a coach on your team? Have they said no? Then they're a follow-up. Who cares if they've seen the share cart or not respond? Until they're a customer or a coach on your team or told you to stop freaking messaging me, then they're a follow-up. Okay. It doesn't matter where they are in the process. Please, for the love of all things, women, can we please stop overthinking everything and just do? Let's just do. Stop looking for red lights. Start looking for green lights. Love you. Get back to work. Okay, how are we doing? So far we've had 15 plus 10, that's 25 solid minutes of inviting and or following up. If you have done anything other than that, that's on you. And why? Why would you come to a power hour and scroll around on Facebook? That's so silly. Now, the next thing we're going to do before we get into value into your bod groups, because then we're going to take 5 minutes and you're going to go over to your current bod group and you're going to add something of value. We're going to talk about that in a minute, what that might be if you're not sure. We are from this point on, any one of you that is on, all 110 of us on this power hour right now, from this point on, we're adding to our list of words that we are never saying again. So we already know that we're never saying the word. What's one word? My coaches probably know. What's one word that we really try hard not to say? Overwhelmed. Thank you very much, Jen Moore. We don't use that word because that's a mindset choice. So we've already dismissed that word from our vocabulary. The next word or phrase that we're going to dismiss from our vocabulary is the word or phrase that we've been ghosted by people. Like it's personal. Like it's personal. That's what that phrase implies. Like, can they not see that I am offering to change their life and they're just ignoring me? And it's all about us. Gross. So we are now going to take that phrase and it is going to go also in the bin of phrases and words that we never use again, because it's interesting because sometimes I ask this question, people are like, no, I don't have anything going on. I'm like, who are you then? Do all of you have something going on in your life aside from this business? Raise your hand if you've got something going on in your life aside from this business. Okay. Do you think that the people you're inviting have something going on in their lives besides just responding to you? Yes, it is not personal. They just haven't seen it, haven't got to it, aren't sure if it's right for them, think it might be, are nervous to do it, have tried a million things, don't know whether to say. It is not personal. And when we say, well, they're just ghosting me. No, they're not. Y'all know they're not. They just haven't gotten back to it. So here's what you have the opportunity to do. Invite them again. Just like you would if you were inviting your friend. Like if I was talking to my daughter in the next room and she wasn't responding to me, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, come on, can you hear me? Because maybe she has her AirPods in and really truly can't. She's not ghosting me. She actually can't hear me. So let's remove that phrase from our vocabulary and just know all those people are perfect for us to reinvite. Yes? Okay. Why are we saying congratulations to Simone? Simone, what did you type in here? Wait, Simone's having a baby tomorrow? Like, I'm talking about ghosting and you're dropping that you're having a baby in the chat. Now, no one cares about ghosting. They're all thinking about your baby, Simone, who will also have an accent. You're having it like tomorrow, you're just having a baby? Also, y'all, tomorrow she's having a baby. She's on a power hour. Can we acknowledge? Okay. Crazy. So crazy. Yeah, maybe they are too. Maybe they're having a baby right now too. And that's why they haven't answered your message. Okay. Not about you. Not about you. Just gives you more people to invite. Okay. What I want you to take the next 5 minutes to do is go to your bod group, whether you're an admin of it or a member of it. And if you're like, I just never know what to add in there for value, my first step, not the challenge group, guys, my first step is to go to the Beachbody blog, because I want to keep them in my own store. So if you go to the Beachbody blog and just type in any kind of topic, likely you'll find a myriad of articles on that. What a beautiful way to send them to something else. It's also kind of in our ecosystem. So what you're going to do for the next 5 minutes is find an article, hopefully from the Beachbody blog, or maybe another one that you've read somewhere. And you're going to add that to your bod groups. If you also have an email list of the people who are in your bod groups, email that to them. Just be like, hey, happy Friday. Found this. I think it's super valuable. I wanted to share it with you. So they kind of get it both places. We're going to take 5 minutes and we're going to do that right now. Go. Okay, let me answer a couple questions. Stephanie, do I send a direct link in the blog to the newsletter? Or do I recreate it? By recreate it, I think you mean, do I copy it and paste it? I think that's what you mean. If that's not what you mean, please correct me. I just send the direct link. I drop the link in a post in BOD group. I drop the link in an email. I want them to go there, see that article, and then see all the other information that is there. If I give them the direct article, I've taken away the opportunity for them to go over and see that incredible blog, that incredible rich resource that we have at our fingertips. So I send them the link so they'll get over there themselves. I think that answers your question. How do I email everyone at the same time? What do you mean, coaches and customers? Like, I guess I don't know what you mean. I go to my back office and run a report. That's how I go to my back office and run a report of my coaches and customers. Yes, that's what I do. And I tell you what's interesting right now. So I'll give you a little tip. In BOD groups, in the old, what did we used to have? I don't even know. I've totally forgotten the name of it. We're so like BOD groups now. The old tracker, the challenge tracker app, you could email from there. Like you could gather there. You can't do that from this. So it's a little bit of a pain, but I just go to every participant and I copy their email and I put it into a Google Sheet because I want to have their email addresses so that I can send them emails and communicate with them outside the tracker. So I would really encourage you to, it's a little bit time consuming. If you have an assistant, maybe that's something you could outsource. If you have a teenager looking to make a little extra money for an hour, you could outsource that. It's a little bit tedious, but I really encourage you to grab because you want their emails. And that way you can email them outside of just communicating in the app. Yeah, there's still some things to get worked out, but we're going to get, I always email from Google. Always. I just take it right over into Google as if I'm just doing that. Yeah. I never email from my coach office. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong. Your way's not wrong. Your way's not wrong. It's just, that doesn't work for me. Okay. Let's talk about video for a moment, shall we? We're excited about talking about video. Some of you look confused. Video. Do we know what that is? Some of you are like, oh, Lordy, no, I just can't. Okay. In the chat, yes or no, if you've done an IGTV. Oh, yes. Look at all the yeses. You knows are in a minority, so you know what you need to do. It's okay if it's only one. Don't qualify it. Stop qualifying. Yes. The answer is yes. The question was not, it only counts if you've done 500. The question was, have you done it? The answer is yes. No qualifications. See, Candy, stop qualifying. Stop. Okay. Number 2, not on purpose. I don't even want to know what that means. Number 2, yes or no, how many of you have done reels? Excellent. Okay. Hey, Jen or Amber, go to our message thread and pick up the link to the girl and let's drop it in the chat so we can share it with them. We have, on my team, we have a little secret, funny, like when you just need a laugh. This is not serious, y'all. This is not, let me show you this girl because she's building a business. This is I just need a moment because the day's hard and I'm just going to watch this to laugh. Okay. So we've got some IGTV. We've got some reels. Number 1, Instagram loves video and is giving all the love to video right now. So whether you like it or not, we're going to have to get into video. Here's the analogy I want you to use. Do you like doing laundry all the time? Likely not all the time. Do you do it? Yes, because it has to be done. Okay. Do you know what I hate doing? I hate emptying the dishwasher. It seems to be a skill set that only I have in this house for some reason. I hate it. But do I do it? Yes, I do it because it needs to be done. So video You may think you don't like it right now, but it needs to be done. So in 2020, we can no longer just say, well, I don't like it. Sorry, too bad. We are building a business here. Again, whether you just want to pay for your Shakeology or you want to pay for a cruise ship that you rent out on your own. Either way, we're still building a business, and video is going to be a core component of that business. So that being said, I think what stymies a lot of people, oh, thank you, Jen. Don't go look at it now. Do not click on that link right now. Do not. You save that link for later when you need a laugh, because then you'll be sucked into the hole that is that girl's channel, and you will, she's so funny that I cry. I know you all. I know what you do, because I know what I would have done too. So we're all on the same page. We're all the same person. So what we're going to do right now, and you can unmute as we have this discussion, because I want to have it, as we wrap up, because I want you to take it into the weekend. Into the weekend, you probably have, you might have a little more space and time to create a video or have someone help you create a video. So I want this list to get done today so you can take it into the weekend. What are some ideas around creating video? This is where I think people get stuck. I am going to tell you 3 of my most popular IGTVs, which have 0 to do with Beachbody. Are you ready? And they're not the ones that people requested for. Here's what I got requests for. What do you eat in a day? Y'all, I drink a shake and eat a salad and drink a bevy. Like, I'm not your foodie. There's plenty of people out there that make beautiful food. I'm not it. What do you eat a day, and what is your skincare? I get that all the time. I made those 2 videos. Some people watch. I'm like, where are all the people that wanted those videos? Well, I went into my closet, my stanky closet that if you watch my IGTV, I sit in there every morning and do a video. It's not cute. It's not all home edity. It's not all pretty and aesthetically pleasing. It's messy and small and whatever. And stood in my closet. I made a video on my favorite sports bras. I made a video on my favorite leggings. And I made a video on my favorite shoes. I did not take my camera out of my closet and sit in some pretty studio. I stood in my gaggy closet and made those videos with not great lighting, nothing on my iPhone. Those are my 3 highest rated video. People love those videos because they're super practical. You have things like that in your life too. You wear a sports bra if you're a female. You could do a video on your favorite sports bras. It doesn't have to be 25 minutes long. You wear athletic clothes. You could do a video on athletic clothes. You make a superfood shake every day, probably with different recipes, and you might even make it in different ways. You could do a video on that. You probably make dinner. You could do a video on that. What are some other video ideas that you have? Tell me. Unmute yourself if you've got video ideas. Let's create a mastermind list. Jen, will you write those 3 in the chat for me? Will you write like sports bras, leggings, shoes, recipes? Haley says organizational projects, like how you organize your, give me some ideas. Let's just say, let's make a list. Organize what? Pantry. Organize pantry. Organize your desk. Organize your closet. Organize your closet. Grocery hauls, huge. Grocery hauls are huge. Holiday decorating ideas. Do-it-yourself crafts. I'd rather poke my eyeball out. I'm glad there are people that do that. Cleaning hacks. What about healthy cleaning, like clean in your home products that are healthy, organic, how you make your cookies, curling your hair, meal prep, non-toxic living. Yes, training your dog. That's a brilliant one. I always get stuff. If I'm doing anything with them, I get messages about that. Plating your food. Yes. Book reviews. I've done book reviews too. Those are really big. Book reviews. Your morning routine. What is in your morning routine? Sit down with your morning. Okay. So now here's a component of when you get ready to do, I want you to do your video kind of in 2 pieces. Okay. Your first piece, like, don't freak out about this. Your first piece is just like, Hey, I'm Julie, and I get so many messages. I don't care if you got one. You say so many, okay? I get so many messages about my morning routine and what happens in my morning routine. I wanted to give you the rundown on what I do in the morning to create a productive day. If that sounds like something that would be helpful to you, just stay tuned. Cut. That's your intro. Then give yourself a minute, like, okay, I did it. And then get your setup and then just do your video and just talk like you're talking to your girlfriend. Just talk, make sure you're saying the names of whatever you're using, you know, slow down just a little bit, make sure you show titles of books, titles of products that you're using, whatever, and you can smush it together in Video Shop and put it up on IGTV or whatever your favorite app is that you happen to use. Your way isn't wrong. I happen to use Video Shop, do whatever. I record on my iPhone, always. I record on my iPhone. So that's what's so interesting to me when people go, IGTV makes me nervous, because I'm not actually recording live and the world's watching. It's just on my video on my phone. So if I mess up, I just stop it and start again. No one's seen it. So that is in your control. Are you writing down these ideas? Eyelash application, that's brilliant. Homeschooling, anything for idea, any kind of schooling ideas. I would make these, all of the above, Kim. I do some story, I do some, like, repurpose the whole thing, because you can do a story, save it to your highlights, take all those 15-second stories, mash them all together in Video Shop, it becomes an IGTV. Cut it all up, it becomes a reel. Like repurpose, 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 repurpose. Pre-workouts, yes. Yes, Alana kills it. Alana kills it on social. So go follow her too. Low maintenance makeup. Look at all these ideas. So now everyone okay, so now, before we close, because we're at 2:01, so we got to get off. Ilana Molstein, she's so good on social media. Before we get off, everyone write the one idea you're doing a video on this weekend in the chat. Don't act like you're the only one that is going to act like they don't hear me when I'm saying this. Everyone hears me. Oh, replanning your plants. Awesome. Sports bras. Awesome. 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 Meal planning for the week. Morning routine. Yes. Salad fresh. Love, love, love. Math tips to help your fifth grader. How about math tips to help me? How about that? To help your grown up. How about that? Planning for the week. Nails. Yes. Yes. So everyone has an idea. So by Monday, everyone on this Power Hour will have a video up. Yes? That's your assignment for the weekend. Everyone will have a video up. Our knowing doing gap gets smaller. We know what we need to do. Now we go do it. The gap gets smaller. And what are we doing this weekend? We're looking for green lights and open doors. That's what we're doing. Green lights and open doors. Because when we look for them, we will find them. I promise you. All right, y'all. Take your pictures. Send it off. Let me boomerang. All right. Perfect. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Tag me in your videos. I want to see them. Yes? All right.